Hi everybody, so here we are again with the Gin Martini olive soap the next day, so it's ready to be sliced. This is the second loaf. The first one I cut. I did put that one on video, and I had a major brain fart in cutting it. I should have made either rewatched my own video or made a mental note as to where my scoring lines needed to be, which was basically in between the olives. But I somehow had it in my head that I made a big major oops in the placement of the top olives, and I had set them on top of the big olives inside instead of opposite. And I did it right the first time, but when I was getting ready to cut, I screwed it up, and so I messed up 2 bars of soap. So I have 2 bars instead of it looking like this. They look like this, and I cut them in the wrong spot. When I started to see I wasn't getting this, I thought, oh my gosh, I did do it right. So anyway, I have 2 of these ruined. Look at this. So I split them into skinnier ones, and so I have 4 of these, so these will be samples that will go out with people that make a purchase online. I don't know what else to do with them. I wish I could glue them back together. Yeah, I wish that was possible, because then it would be a good looking bar of soap. But I didn't, I messed up. So let's hopefully I do it right on this second loaf. So I'll only end up with 18 bars for part of my gift set instead of the 20 gift sets I was hoping to make. And this will be part of a cocktail trio gift set starting Valentine's Day. It's going to be called the Speakeasy, and it'll be the gin martini, cognac, and an absinthe soap. And so that's what my plan is for this. It'll be part of a set. Now, unlike my first batch, I've got a little bit of peekaboo through a couple of the spots. This one not so bad, but I got that one, I got this one. The other side is actually okay. When this batter behaves incredibly slow, I'll say. It doesn't trace fast at all. I had to let it sit. Well, then I got sidetracked. I let it sit too long. The batter got a little too firm, and as I started going down the line, putting in the large olives, when I got about halfway through, I started to notice I was having a hard time pushing them in. And I'd push one in, and I'd notice the one on the other side, because the batter was thicker than it needed to be, it was pulling the next olive over, starting to tip it. So I was having to re-upright it. So I actually had a harder time with this second batch getting the olives in there. And so my top olives ended up being wonky because of the same reason. But as long as I have them spaced out accordingly for cutting, it won't matter once you look at them individually. So let's fingers crossed that this one's okay, because I don't have any more fragrance to make a third loaf, and frankly, I'm tired of, you know what it's like to have a failed batch of soap. It's just no good, and all the oils and everything that go into it, and the lye. Okay, so let's cut this and see where we're at here. I've already made my score marks. I'm going to hand slice this because I feel like my cutter isn't giving me these nice clean lines that I want for these fancier embed soaps. So I'm going to use my hand cutter. I may slice into a little nip of an olive here and there. I don't see where I'm at here. Like I said, my top olive placement wasn't as nice as the first batch. So I may cut a little here. There we go. Try to keep this straight so I don't end up with a crooked soap. I think so far so good. Ugh. Don't love hand slicing. Now I can see my olive in there, so that's a good sign. Just try to slide that off. Oh, and I had a little bit, it's kind of a sunset olive. Yeah, well, it's a little sunset olive. When, you know, so it looks like I lost a little bit of my red, got muted in with the green. The one thing I noticed too when I was waiting for this batter to warm up or harden up a little bit so I could set the olives in there, you know, if the batter's too thin, everything's just going to fall over, so it needed to be a little bit firm. But what I noticed when it was still sitting in the bowl, as I was trying to get a little trace going, it was already starting to reheat up and go through saponification, even though it really hadn't reached a decent trace yet. And it looks like I got a little olive going right there too. I don't love that. I'd prefer that to be covered up with white, but yeah, live and learn. I don't know, it's kind of cool. I guess like a little sunset olive. But yeah, I put it in the freezer for a couple of hours just to try to get the batter not to heat up too much to melt my embed, but it looks like I got a little bit going there. So, all right. So I'm gonna take that little bit of green off there. I guess that's just how it goes with handcrafted soaps versus machine made. You're going to have oopses and variations, and that's just the way it is, and we do the best we can to... Ooh, I think I'm right in the middle of that one. Okay. We always try to strive for perfection, but that's not always achievable. Let's just hope for a straight bar today. Oh, I got another olive. Got another sunset olive. Okay, yeah, definitely I got some melt in that. Like I said, that batter was really warming up, and I was trying so hard to not let it do that. Try to keep it cool so my embeds didn't melt. Definitely the first, here's the one from the first batch. I got a nice clean olive, and then there's my second olive. So yeah, not perfect, but I think it'll be okay. Maybe it'll be better further in. I don't know. Let's see. Make sure I'm staying vertical. Nope. It's melting all the way through. That's a poopy bummer. Ah. Temperamental. Man, I tried so hard to keep this batter cool. Well, I can't imagine towards the middle of the loaf it's going to get any better. No, not really. It's like it pooled right there and just liquefied there in this top part that was closest to the refrigeration or the freezer. Actually did okay. So it would be, if I hadn't have done that at all, it would just be a muted mess of a, I don't know, a green moon. Yeah, that's too bad. That's too bad. Yeah. I'm disappointed. I tried really hard to make these guys spot on. The freezer couldn't save it. Yeah, I tried really hard. You know, probably I should have froze the embeds before putting them in. But I don't know, the freezing of them, would that create a moisture? And then I'd have I don't know, a moisture contamination on the middle of the soap? I don't know. Have any of you done that? Let me know. Have you frozen your embeds before you've put them in? Has that made a difference? You know, so you don't get this melting. When you do something like this, maybe not this exactly, but you put a star or a heart inside. Do you freeze it? Let me know. Maybe that's the way I need to do it. But, I'm worried about, I guess my concern would be condensation or glycerin coming out of the embed. I don't know. Well, it's not getting better. My little olive isn't getting any better. Oh, man. I'm bummed. I'm really bummed. Oh. And I did stop the gel process. I mean, I do see only partial gel in there. Oh, boy. Oh, God. Not looking any better. Oh, boy. Oh, I don't know. I mean, would this be called a dirty olive? Could you call it a dirty olive? So I've got 8 good ones from yesterday, and I've got, oh my gosh, look at this. I completely lost my pimento in that one. And with the top right there, that little thing, it looks like a Christmas ornament. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Well, shoot. I don't know if this is going to get any better. I feel like they're just getting worse and worse as it goes through. Well, so that's what happened. You saw the first batch and my couple of oopses that I created. If you saw the pictures on Facebook, you saw some of the very nice, successful ones. And then you saw what happened with my second batch. So, yeah, this is a work in progress. And, yeah, I wish this would have been perfect like this one. But actually, that has a tiny bit of bleed, but I could live with that. But, oh, yeah, I tried. There it is. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.